A lot of backlash surrounding United Airlines after a woman kind of witnessed what United Airlines did to a few girls who tried to board a plane in leggings. So let me just read the tweets, okay? So first of all, her name is Shannon Watts, this woman who is the one that tweeted everything. And she is the founder of the anti-gun violence organization, Moms Demand Action. She was boarding a United Airlines flight from Denver to Minneapolis, and she saw like the whole altercation. If there really was an altercation, I don't know, we weren't there and it's not specified here, but she saw it all take place. So she writes, first tweet, a United gate agent isn't letting girls in leggings get on flight from Denver to Minneapolis because spandex is not allowed. She goes on to say, she's forcing them to change or put dresses on over leggings or they can't board. Mind you, these girls are like 10, okay? Since when does United police women's clothing? And then she says again, tweets, they just boarded after being forced to change or put dresses on over the top of their clothing. Is this your policy? To United Airlines. And then United writes back, in our contract of carriage, Rule 21, we do have the right to refuse transport for passengers who ... And then it gives like a link to their rules and regulations. And then we had so many people chiming in. Patricia Arquette also chimed in. She wrote, United, do you have a secondary fail-safe from a supervisor to make these calls? They write her back, casual attire is allowed as long as it looks neat and is in good taste for the local environment. She says, United, Patricia Arquette, leggings are business attire for 10-year-olds. Their business is being children. And then United writes, hi, Patricia, while we appreciate your concern, they like realized, because then all these people started retweeting what Patricia Arquette wrote. So then their whole like language changed. Did you see that? From like formal to casual. Hi, Patricia, while we appreciate your concern, the customer this morning was United Past Traveler. Everyone's like, what the fuck is a United Past Traveler? They go on to say there is a dress code for past travelers as they are representing United Airlines when they fly. So United past travelers are, if one of your relatives worked for United, you fall under a different dress code policy because then you can go board the plane without having to pay. You just have to sign up. We know Brett does that with his girlfriend, and then you kind of you get like one of those last seats. So apparently, according to United, because they still really haven't rectified the situation, they're just saying if you're gonna be a standby passenger, if you're gonna represent United and be one of these United past travelers, you fall under a different category. Thoughts, 5 words or less?
Dress code, I'll pass.
The error in their ways.
United Airlines.
There goes my travel wardrobe. I don't think I've ever in the last 10 years not boarded a plane without leggings.
Me too.
Well, so it won't apply to people if you're not a past traveler, is that, so there's a different standard
according to United
dress
Airlines
for past travelers. And I think that that's what sort of confused people, is because how did they figure out that these travelers were past travelers?
Well, you're on standby, so you would find out right away that they're past travelers.
Okay.
I would imagine. But you're saying
over the
Twitter
tweets.
account.
Yeah,
You're right.
I'm wondering over the tweets.
You're
and then
right.
I'm also wondering, so I think that I understand why there might be a different standard of dress code for past travelers if you're representing the airline. I actually do kind of get that. But I think that if it's 10-year-old kids
and
and leggings, like that's, I think it'd be different if it was like they came in with like ripped jeans and
even ripped jeans.
Yeah,
I don't know. But
Why they came in?
But leggings for like a 10-year-old, that's what I don't agree
Are they
with. Like,
policing 10-year-old boys? Probably not. If a 10-year-old
they were wearing leggings.
Because there's nothing like in male wardrobe that you can really wear that's inappropriate. It's always
inappropriate.
It's always female clothing that's like completely normal, like leggings.
Yeah.
Everyone wears leggings,
Well,
but
I also
it's
think,
sexual
like,
for some reason.
there's an age for this too. Like these were kids that were traveling, so I think it's a little bit different than if they had been, I don't know, like someone that was my age that was wearing like, when I think of like I'm thinking of like spandex that would be inappropriate would be like volleyball shorts. It's basically like underwear, and they're like, well, ma'am, you have to put on pants. I'd be like, all right, got it, past traveler. But these are kids. I don't think that same standard should apply.
It's such
bullshit. Let them be comfortable. They're flying.
You're flying. I think comfort should be key. When you fly, comfort is key. In Denver to Minneapolis, it's not a quick flight. Probably 3.5 hours. You know, oh, come on.
I have a conspiracy theory.
Oh, I love. You know,
Are you
Grace
guys
loves
ready?
a conspiracy theory too. I love me one too.
I think that these sort of like airlines are policing clothes stories are created and perpetrated by the airlines themselves in order to mask the very real and very serious problems that the airline industry in the United States poses to the consumer. It's an oligopoly. There's only like 4 airlines left that control like 95% of the marketplace. They price fix, there's price leadership, there's consistently, they take away more and more of our consumer rights and keep raising the prices. and everyone's upset with it. It's like one of the few big industries in the US that consumers always consistently rank below everyone else. And it's like airlines and service ISPs, like internet service providers, like Comcast, Time Warner. And I think that this sort of controversy behind like, oh, airlines are policing what women or men should wear or shouldn't wear. Like, look at this airline, they kick someone out, is secretly created by them so that we don't really look at the actual problems of what.
Yeah, but it only lasts for like 2 days. I hear where you're coming from.
I think we look at the actual problems. And to be fair, airlines are starting to offer free meals on continental flights again.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Delta started it, and now all the other airlines are starting
Well, I do think that you make a valid point, Haas, because
of course, the conspiracy theorist believes in my point.
Yeah, although I don't know what that says. If I'm the one that's like, I like that conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Because I was looking through this story and I was seeing some of the tweets that were like, I'll never let my kids fly United again. And I was like, yeah, you will. If you need a flight and they have the lowest price, you will absolutely let your kids fly United again.
And they know that.
Right. And I think that the only thing that United really did to sort of try and diminish the public scrutiny that they were falling under was by qualifying these travelers as past travelers. And so people can be like, well, I'm not a past traveler, because it's a pretty small percentage of people that are past travelers.
I think,
so that's what they were like, it might not happen to you because it's only for past travelers that we have this higher level of scrutiny that they would have to fall under with our dress code.
Here's where they, I think where they fell flat is they didn't give it a moment to breathe to investigate.
Right.
Like, meaning they should have tweeted, we're gonna look into this, we hear you. It's very important to us to treat all of our passengers equally and to not discriminate, whatever it may be. They should have taken a beat and at least tweeted that and then came back and said, we found out there were the past travelers. Maybe this is something that we need to relook at, because what also it said, if you actually looked under the rules and regulations, it broke it down to, it depends on what that gate agent sees. And that seems like a very broad gray area. That to me doesn't seem very fair, because then it leaves it to the person that is.
It's up to the discretion of that
common legal language for all sorts of rules and restrictions.
But that leaves a lot of room for error.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
Right.
It's on purpose.
But there is quite a bit of backlash, and if they care about their customer service, then I think that they should have handled it a little bit more.
Instead of being like, boom, here's the policy, contract of carriage, done and done.
It wasn't until Patricia Arquette got involved that they, which is lame that they get them. They started to change their lingo because she's a celebrity.
Yeah. But Grace does bring up a good point.
I do.
How many times have you been like, well, I'm not gonna fly Southwest because they bend a,
and you end up doing it.
No, you still end up doing it, and they know that. So it's just like we're just having a conversation about United Airlines instead of, how shitty the airline industry is. It's A-Track's Twitter handle, that's why.
Oh.
Shout out to A-Track. I wish we were friends, but we are not.
All right. So please leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time on Pop Trigger.